extend the thigh at the hip joint. Okay? If you go distally, okay, lateral and medial condyles of the femur, lateral and medial epicondyles of the femur. Okay, in the back, you can see, right, you see where the condyles are covered with cartilage here. Okay, the tibia, we have lateral and medial condyles there, and they're going to make up your knee joint, and they have a patella. It's not labeled here. We have a groove for the kneecaps. Every time you flex and extend your leg, your kneecap actually slides. Okay, it's called the patella groove. Right? They just don't have this, you know, for a while. Okay, and then the tibia, you got your tibial tuberosity here. Let's look at this. Oh, right here's your fovea capitis. There's a ligament here that locks the head of the femur in the acetabular. Okay. Hey, to the patella, right? You got a base, right, on top, apex on the bottom, and posterior you got cartilage, so a slide. Sometimes it's cartilage, like if you're an athlete, if you have doing a job work, you know, up and down ladders, up and down stairs. Okay, this will start wearing down. You feel like crackling. Okay, that little crackle is called crepitus, and what you might be starting with chondromalacia patella. Chondromalacia patella. So it means that the cartilage of your kneecap is starting to break down a little bit. Okay, so you get a little wear and tear there. Okay, it's called chondromalacia patella. Okay, so now if we're going with the tibia now, right? Tibial tuberosity. So your thigh muscles in the front, they make you extend the leg at the knee. Okay, these are your quadricep muscle group, because there's four quadricep muscles, right? So quadriceps femoris muscle group, right? It's on the femur. So you got on top, you got a rectus femoris, right? Keep you standing erect, right? Then you got a vastus lateralis, vastus intermedius, and vastus medialis muscles. Okay, so vastus just means large or huge. Okay, in Latin. So they make up, right? The quadriceps tendon attaches to the patella. So tendons attach bone to bone. Okay, the patella ligaments attach bone to bone, attaches to the tibial tuberosity. So little kids, right? A lot of kids today, right? They play sports. Okay, and all parents want them to be good, so they focus a lot of times on one sport, and they play in school, they play on weekends, they have private coaches. They want to be good. Okay, so a lot of times the muscles in the thigh start building up really strong before the bone gets diffused. Okay, this is immature bone. Okay, and what they could do is a lot of times they'll tear the tibial tuberosity off the bone. It's called an avulsion fracture. Avulsion fracture, yeah, like ripping bone from bone. They call it Osgood-Schleider's disease. They have to do orthopedics that study it. Okay, so it's a little kid disease. Okay, how you fix it? It's overuse. Don't overuse it. And you think the kids and the parents do that? Yeah. You can brace it too. Okay, if you go distally, right, medial side, medial malleolus, lateral side, lateral malleolus, and they added a fibula. All right, let's see. So if we're looking at the tarsal bones, where the two malleoli meet, okay, where the two malleoli meet the ankle bones, okay, that bone is called the talus. It's called the talus, pretty big bone. Anterior to the talus, okay, you got your navicular bone. Okay, anterior to that, you got your first, second, and third cuneiform bones. Okay, first, second, and third cuneiform bones. Okay, the bone on the lateral side is called the cuboid, and you have a big heel bone. Okay, that's called the calcaneus. Okay, Achilles tendon attaches there. Okay, so talus, navicular, first, second, and third cuneiform bones, cuboid, and a calcaneus. Okay. All right, so now, we're looking at the metatarsals, right? Just in the hand, right? Metacarpals, these are metatarsals. They're covered with skin, and they have the Asci muscle. So you count them like you started with the thumb side is one, the big toe side is going to be one. Okay? So you go metatarsal 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and they all have a base, a shaft, and a head. Base, shaft, and head. So if someone says they broke a bone in their foot, most of the time they're breaking the base of the fifth metatarsal. They can usually roll the foot off a curb. Okay, or they're playing basketball or volleyball, they jump up, they land on someone else's foot, and they roll up, so they snap that. Okay? All right, the flange is in the lower extremity, just like in the upper extremity, right? The thumb had 2 bones, big toe has 2 bones, all the other toes have 3. So, right, you have big toe, we have a proximal and distal bone, every other one has proximal, middle, distal, and everyone has, right, a base, a shaft, and a head, right? Even the, right, you have the baby toe has a little base, a shaft, and a head, okay? The, big toe, they also call the great toe, okay, or the greater hallux, or the greater hallux, or the latch. All right? Okay, if we don't test you on arches, but right, you should have a nice arch in your foot. Some people don't, okay, they have flat feet, that runs in families, okay, that runs in families, they don't have an arch, okay? So, longitudinal arch goes from the calcaneus up to the other metatarsals, okay, and then down into the goes up from the calcaneus to the tarsals down to the metatarsals. Okay, longitudinal arch goes from the cuneiform bones to the cuboid bone. Okay, now what locks it in here is called the spring ligament. Sometimes people can rupture that. People that are like morbidly obese, wearing bad shoes, they can rupture that, and then the arch will just flatten out. Okay, very, very painful. Okay. Now, sometimes people just get what they call plantar fasciitis. It's the plantar fascia. Fascia means bandage. It gets inflamed. Okay, the easiest way to fix this. Does anybody have a Poland? Can you hold up your Poland Springs bottle? Can you hold it up? Okay, so see this Poland Springs bottle? See how it's curved? It's got ridges in it. Okay, freeze the bottle like that. Freeze it and roll your foot over it. Okay, the ridges in the bottom massage the fascia. The ice makes the inflammation go away. Okay, very easy to do. Doesn't cost you any money. Okay, if it's real bad, they might give you a shot of cortisone for it. Okay, now sometimes if it doesn't go away, you may have a tear or you may have a bone spur. Okay. This is when that spring ligament starts to turn hard. It's kind of like an arthritis, okay? But every time you step down, it's like stepping on a nail on the inside. Okay, and they fix that, they do surgery, and they shave it off. And you're okay. All right? Years ago, like World War II and all, if you had flat feet, you couldn't get drafted. They couldn't draft you to be in the military. Because you have to walk like many miles a day to get from one area to the other. And they said that, the feet would inflame and the soldiers wouldn't be able to walk, they wouldn't have to carry. So that's a pain in the ass, so they ditched to draft them. So if you have flat feet, you didn't get drafted. Today, they don't care, they just have a helicopter take you where you gotta go. Okay? All right, that's it for that chapter. These are little fontanelles. I don't know if that's you on this. Okay. That's a little baby critter. You get a little older, and a little older, and a little older, and then you get a tax write-off. All right. And that is it for today. So, sorry. The easiest way to just keep reviewing it, okay? Keep reviewing